Hi, I'm Jen Bjorem with Bjorem Speech, and today I wanted to do a quick video on how to do a sound inventory. I made these forms and put them on my brand new TPT store, Teachers Pay Teachers, and you can get the sound inventory and then the literacy awareness sheet for $4. So I just thought I'd walk through and show you how I do a sound inventory, and this also goes with the apraxia evaluation that I have on my TPT store. But when you have a kiddo, whether they have apraxia or not, it's always nice to have a sound inventory. What sounds do they have in their repertoire? What sounds can they say spontaneously? What sounds can they say imitatively? And what sounds can you cue and work really hard on and that they can get with, being stimulable? So I have each sound on a consonant, all the consonants on a page, and then I have all the vowels on a page. And I have 3 different columns: spontaneous, imitated, and stimulable. And I just like to keep this in the child's file, and it's a working document. When we add a new sound to their repertoire, then I can write the date in there, or I can just check it off. And I use my speech sound cues to do this. So I might be testing to see if they know the S sound. This is my snake. Do you know what sound it makes? Maybe they already know the speech sound cues, maybe they don't. Tell me S. And then you know that they can do it imitatively, and you can also listen if they've got it spontaneously in a speech sample or a language sample. So this is just really nice, and you can hear the vowels. You can maybe even document what vowels, if they might have vowel distortions on, and what they do to distort it, or if it's inconsistent. So these are really great, and for kids with apraxia, then you've got this documented, and this is what you start to make your then this is what you base your core words off of, or your goals off of for those movement goals. Because you're only going to use sounds in the child's repertoire when a child has apraxia. I love this next sheet. It is awesome. I've been incorporating it into all of my therapy sessions. So it's the literacy awareness. I have a page for consonants and I have a page for vowels. And it's to be used with the Bjorem speech sound cues. So what you do is you go through and you find out exactly what cues the child knows. What cue is this? If they know that, what sound is this? If they know the sound, you put a plus. If they don't know the sound, you leave it blank. What sound is this? E. If they know it, you put a plus. If they don't, you leave it blank. So our goal is for the child to spontaneously know all of the sounds related to each individual cue. The next one is general letter knowledge. Can the child receptively, if they don't have the speech to do it, identify letters, or expressively identify letters? So knowing the letter symbol, A, B, C, D, E. Once they have that, then we work on corresponding letter to sounds. So letter sound correspondence. So what sound is this? It's the sound T. What letter does it go with? It goes with the letter T. Can the child match the letter to the sound? And then the last one is phonemic awareness. So I've got initial and final consonant deletion. So I might choose a T, I might choose a F, and I might choose the And then I'm going to ask the child, what sound starts or begins the word mom? And the child would have to choose out of a field of 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, depending on where they're at. Oh, the sound begins the word mom. What sound is the last sound in the word bat? Oh, the tick-tock sound, t, 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 is the last sound in the word bat. And then you could say, that's the letter T, and the sound t. Now, you want to make sure you're not doing this with 2-year-olds. You want to make sure that you're developmentally appropriate, working on the early literacy stuff. Late 3, 4, 5 years old, 6 years old, when kids are ready or when they're showing developmental readiness. Kids with speech and language delays typically are a little bit later developing in this area, but that doesn't mean that you can't start pairing that written letter early. You can write it on the table, but really learn those sounds and start to pair those letters early. This literacy awareness sheet's pretty cool. So it just really keeps And it also it keeps me up to date where they are at their literacy, and then it also gives parents an idea where they're at. Parents have really loved this form. The literacy and awareness with the vowels, instead of the initial and final consonant, I put that the child is able to do vowel sorts, that they are able to receptively hear the difference between vowels in words. So be able to sort different words by different vowels, long E, short E. And you can use that. You can use the vowels to help kids sort words. If you have any questions, feel free to shoot me a message on my Bjorem Speech Facebook or Instagram, or shoot me an email. But I think these forms are really, really helpful to know exactly where your child's at as far as their sound development and repertoire and literacy awareness repertoire. All right, thanks for tuning in.